One of the first areas where Australian companies are checking generative AI is coding productivity. And is always the case, Australian banks are at the forefront of experimenting with generative AI. Now, Westpac has announced that they have been experimenting with coding productivity in-house, and they have seen 46% productivity gain with no reduction in code quality from software engineers that were aided by generative AI compared to a control group that performed the same tasks exclusively by hand in a recent in-house experiment. The AI coding experiment took place in the bank's Growth Labs function, which has been conducting AI experiments over the last couple of years. Westpac's Growth Lab is an extension of its innovation unit, Co.Labs, and it has been working with generative AI now for 2.5 years, which is simply groundbreaking because we have just started hearing about generative AI since last November. Also, each of these teams were available to test the codes by using different tooling. And they found that compared to the control team that just had coded in the normal way, they have got a 46% productivity gain, as I mentioned above. And this productivity gain was accompanied by no noticeable drop off in the quality. They scanned all the code for vulnerabilities and looked at it from a maintainability and reliability point of view. All the key metrics that you might look at from when you look at code quality, and then they noticed no drop off. When they looked at the time that it took the hand coding team to actually complete their task on average, it was 3.5 times longer than it took the other teams to do their tasks. The bank also evaluated the impact of Gen AI assistance on developers with different experience level. They saw that 83% of junior engineers were blown away and appreciated there was an aid to help people that are early in their career. Meanwhile, more experienced engineers found the tools took care of laborious tasks and allowed them to focus on more complicated aspects of software. So, all in all, the experiment was short and sharp, and the outcomes were fantastic. So, I am more than sure that other companies will already be following this suit, and you will see more and more developers and more companies embedding generative AI in their coding practices in Australia. Thanks for listening.